Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. And let me tell you something. Boy, oh boy, if they make this Matchroom versus Golden Boy 6v6, which is what it could be. Right now it's a 5v5. I'll tell you what that 6v6 is going to be here in a second. But if they make this, no kidding, this would be one of the most probably fun, entertaining, probably volatile lead-ups to the 5v5. Because Eddie Hearn and Oscar really don't like each other. Now, check this out. Eddie Hearn and Oscar have agreed, and you know Turkey Al-Sheikh can put up real money for this fight, right? They've agreed for Boots to face Virgil Ortiz, for Munguia to face Pacheco. That's if Oscar De La Hoya can get Munguia to, because Munguia's a top rank, if he can get him to agree. To have Shakur Stevenson face Zepeda. That's another good fight. Duarte faced Devin Haney. Eddie Hearn says Devin Haney's not with Matchroom, but he's happy to speak with him. I'm going to tell you right now, Devin Haney against Duarte. Devin Haney don't have the power to keep, I don't know if he can keep Duarte off him, but that would be a good fight. And then Catterall to face the winner of Barbosa and Ramirez. So let me tell you this, people. Boots versus Ortiz. I don't know who wins that fight. I'm just being honest with you. I want to say Boots, but I don't know. And I don't think Ortiz is the same fighter, but the fight would probably take place at 154, and I just don't know who wins that fight. Munguia and Pacheco. Pacheco's proven to be tough, boy, but Munguia is an alien, man. You know, that's another real 50-50 fight. Shakur Stevenson and Zepeda. I'm kind of leaning towards Zepeda, if Zepeda can get off them, 70, 80, 90 punches around. But Shakur, he's got something special about him where he can nullify the output of Zepeda and that offense of Zepeda. But that's an interesting fight. Duarte and Haney, man, that's a tough one to call, man. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning to Duarte. If he hits Devin, I think Devin goes down. I think Ryan Garcia, it's messed up, but I think he took a pound of flesh out of Devin. Then Catterall and Barbosa Ramirez. Catterall can fight. Barbosa Ramirez can fight too. That's a tough one. That's a real tough one. But the bottom line is, this is what boxing needs. As much as some people, I get it. These guys probably sit back, and before Oscar De La Hoya does Clapback Thursday, he and Eddie Hearn probably sit back and, kind of talk it up and crap like that. You know what I'm saying? Kind of what to expect from Clapback Thursday, so Eddie Hearn is ready to respond to him. Like, I honestly would not be surprised if that's what was going on. I could be wrong, but you just never know. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I just want to tell you about the 6v6. So those are 5 fights. That 6th fight would be Oscar De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn. Now, there's some people who are thinking there's no way in the world Eddie Hearn would fight Oscar De La Hoya. Yes, he would. He already said he would. Okay? So that's a little news for you. Eddie Hearn said for the right money, he would fight De La Hoya. Now, y'all don't forget, Eddie Hearn used to box as an amateur. Okay? So don't sleep on Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn used to fight. And he's still out here training. So he's tall, he's long. Oscar De La Hoya's been an actor for a while. I'm not saying that he beats him, but Eddie Hearn would fight him, and he would get all the credit in the world, especially if he made that fight competitive. He would get all the credit in the world, because De La Hoya, all he's got is that left hand, and that's all he really needs, because De La Hoya's left hand, there's something special about that shit. Anyway, for those of you who haven't seen this, I'll leave this for you before I get out of here, but I hope they make this 5v5, possibly 6v6, and get De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn in the mix. That would be great. Anyway, y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.
Also, there have been rumors that my company, Golden Boy Promotions, may do a 5-on-5 against Matchroom Sports, which is run by my buddy Eddie Hearn. Bruh. We all know Eddie has the worst record as a promoter, and his fighters aren't the cream of the crop. Bruh. But I'm always up for giving the fans a good night of fights under one condition. The fights will be contested in a tiny ring, so nobody can run. And since we have the best matchmaking in Golden Boy, these are the fights I propose. Virgil Ortiz versus Boots, Munguia versus Pacheco, Cepeda versus Shakur, Oscar Duarte versus Devin Haney, and the winner of Ramirez Barboza will take on Jack Catterall. Hell, let's even make it a 6-on-6 with me and you, Eddie, in the main event. I see you've been taking box aerobic classes. Cow. Cow. So let's give the fight fans what they really want to see. Me kicking your ass.